Jay, so I saw this tweet by Plies. I'm going to read it to you and I'd like to get your response. It said, Trump and his campaign feels the black man is easier to win over. They know the black woman isn't going for it. The black man has always been more impressed by the rich white man more than the black woman has ever been. They believe the black man is more desperate and less educated. What do you think about his statement?
I don't know what they think. I think it's bullshit, and I think it's also the fact that that's how it was set up. You know what I mean? And it just gets on my nerve with this politics. I actually commented on a Plies post last week because he was talking about just the Trump and the Biden thing, and I just said to him, I said I love the energy, and I hope that we keep the same energy during the midterm elections and local elections, because all you're doing is replacing the Diddy and some of the other cats that used to just show up with the rock the vote and all that bullshit that they was doing for presidential elections. And I'm like, I need to hear that same energy and riling up the troops to go vote midterm elections and in the local elections. So that right there, we can do that, because let's look at the numbers of where it'd be a county or a town with 1 million people, and 10% of the people, 100,000, 200,000 showed up to vote on all sides. No, that's bullshit. And where were celebrities when that was the case? But so that right there, I just want that to be the same energy. And again, I'm fond of the person. I don't know Plies personally, but just watching him as a businessman. I always loved his music, things of that nature. So I love that. But this portion, I just think that kind of running out with it, because we're not thinking about that's how it was set up from slavery days. You know what I'm saying? The women had to they had a whole little layup because they wanted to have sex with the women. You know what I'm saying? And so we were stripped of our power. So they had to go to them to ask for something for their children, not to us. And women today's time, literally, they've sat there and took on the burning of the bras and all that other shit with the white women. They are in this country, they are the high standard, because white women chasing after them and black women chasing after them. White women chasing after them, make them husbands. Our sisters chasing after them for jobs and for approval. And it just sucks. Now, is that everybody? No, of course it's not everybody. We're talking about a majority scenario. But that has been set up that way. And the people who are not moving in that space are outliers. But it's probably more of those individuals than the small few that are moving on their own accord. I don't believe that we beef. Black men and black women are beefing on all fronts, relationship wise, all that shit. And so even when it comes to politics, Hillary Clinton didn't become president because women didn't vote for her. White women. You know what I'm saying? And black women too. But white women definitely didn't vote for her. Look, black men are the least amount of individuals in this country. The least. And yes, we are less educated than our sisters. But also, just like in the church, it takes more to motivate us. And then, again, you can try to talk over our head. Most men don't move when you try to talk over their head. They want to go to something that's simple and concise and actually means something to them. You know what I mean? Women allow you to talk over their head, and just because of certain aesthetic pieces, they want to stay with a certain candidate, or at a church with a certain pastor, or at a school with a certain situation, off of emotions. Man, like, I'm moving because I got something. Most of them black men that he's talking about, talk to them and see what they got. See how they directly benefited from, or they at least feel like they directly benefited. Now, if you need to educate them on something that they thought was different, that's something different. But it's going to be, I think, or I directly, I think I benefited, or I directly benefited from this. It ain't going to be this shit in the clouds. And then also, you got to understand, this is Joe Biden here. This is Joe Biden here. So men that are 40 and older, that are black, and now that they're educated about Joe Biden, got beef with Joe Biden. Because some of them did bids under a crime bill that he authored and he was a part of. And then some of us parents, dads, uncles, whatever, were going on that tip. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what that is. They remember that. 40 years ago, 30 years ago, people were, the rappers who we love so much was worshiping Donald Trump. They worshiped him. This is real shit, not just what we thought. They said it was something crazy, like he was mentioned on 200-300 rap songs, you know, in the 90s. Like, this is our era, 40 and older. That the 90s was our era, 80s and 90s era. Everybody was, oh, I want to get money like Trump. Trump. Trump wasn't hated by black people until he became a politician. Now, it was a small amount of people, again, I said this on another video about selective amnesia, who was aware of what was going on with the Central Park 5, the Central Park kids, that or exonerated 5, I think that's what they call them now. Yeah, so the people that was in New York that understood about that, but the rest of the world knew Donald Trump as a billionaire. And then they started seeing him on TV and a major celebrity, and again, the rappers, they were friends with him. He's in pictures with everybody, Russell Simmons, Rev Run, Jay, everybody, anybody you think of was worshiping the ground this man walked on. Ain't had nothing bad to say about him until recently. So you have to think before you put this stuff out there. But Plies has his audience and they're running with what he's saying. And I'm not against the Donald Trump situation. Like, hey, you don't like Donald Trump? Cool, that's all good. But this particular thing about black men, I have a problem with, because we ain't that. We some of us are less educated. Look, and this is a person who has a college degree. So I'm taking on everybody else because I have a degree. I am educated. However, some of us are less educated but still more successful than our super overly educated counterparts. But I believe we can't do nothing unless we do it together. Nothing, real good. You know what I'm saying? Nothing monumental. So long as we doing this, and I think you're perpetuating this and you're pushing it forward, the separation, long as we keep doing this, is playing into their hands anyway. So we need to be together. I love the Republican Party because what they understand is about how to get together. Donald Trump can fuck up all he wants, but he's our guy until he's not. I don't like it, but you gotta respect it. And so that's how it is. And we have to be like that when it comes to our black men and black women. We got to stop having these type of posts and shit like this being saying, because it ain't doing nothing but pushing us further and further apart.